G'day, it's Doug from Doug Hewson YouTube here, and last year we did a video on Streamlabs Mobile. It was a app walkthrough, so it basically was a quick overview of the live streaming app Streamlabs Mobile. It's on iOS and Android. I just had a recent comment that asked this question in response to that video. It says, "You do not deal with overlays or adding customized text on the screen. Is it possible?" Well, Livingstone Ministries, it certainly is possible. Thank you for your comment. We're going to cover it in more detail on today's video. Stay tuned.
Doug Hewson YT. Tech for content creation.
It's Doug here back. We haven't covered Streamlabs for a while. Streamlabs Mobile, I've done a couple of videos in the past which have done very well for my channel. So let's revisit that and cover some of the aspects of my original walkthrough video where we didn't really cover all the features or how to use all the features of Streamlabs Mobile for live streaming. Now you might know recently, particularly if you're a YouTuber, that if you have under 1,000 subscribers, that it's become more difficult to live stream on a mobile. But Streamlabs is one way where you can actually still do it because it's a third-party app and they haven't yet blocked third-party apps. So while it's still working, get in with something like Streamlabs and go live. Now the second Streamlabs video I did was all about sharing, streaming your screen, which was a new feature was added in iOS sometime last year. You should see all the menus at the moment. You can see it says right there, it says YouTube, which means I'm already connected to my YouTube account, which is good. We've got a little computer thing here. If I tap that, it tells you about the screen sharing feature, how it works in iOS. In this case, I can flip my camera here with this one, and there's a bell here, which, if I recall, opens up the alert menu, which is going to load up with Streamlabs here, which will give me just the general alerts list. So it's connected to my Streamlabs account. Now, something we probably didn't cover in too much detail in the original video is that when we go into over here into the settings and we go streaming platform, we've selected YouTube. You have to actually plug in your YouTube details. Now what you actually need also, which wasn't covered in that video, for all the alerts, where we can go into here and see editor alert profiles and things like that, all those alerts are really set up on the Streamlabs website. So I might cut in some footage here you might be seeing right now of the Streamlabs website, where you can go in and set up the look and design of your alerts. So you've got to go over to the website on a computer, or you can do it on a mobile device as well, to go in and customize the look and feel of your alerts, how you want the alerts to look, and then you can just place them on the screen here as we briefly showed you in the previous video. But if I go into the editor right now, you can see I have event list right here. I've got there, that's just a list of general events. A chat box, which shows us a live chat, where you can get the live chat overlay if you so wish. And I've got a general alert box, so if something happens during the stream, like somebody donates or somebody does something else, that pops up. So that's just the area of the screen where that's going to get used if there's an alert for that. The event list generally stays up all the time, and chat box, as long as there's some chat, will stay up as well. Now the additional thing here, you can see the bottom right hand corner, you got this little menu here. This is where you can actually turn on, as you can see here, turn on, I've got the alert box, chat box and event box, turn on stream. And then there's another one for on preview. On preview is so that you can see it whilst you're streaming, but on stream only means that that's what's going out to the viewers, but because of the size of your screen, you may not want to also have that on your screen to see. So you might choose to say, just have the alerts come up so you can see the alerts and call them out. The chat box and the event list can just go without you having to monitor that too much. You can see there's some other options, including donation ticker, credits, donation goal. They've brought in the stream boss, viewer counts, follower goals, and you can do any or all of those combination on the screen. You can add additional widgets by hitting the very first button at the bottom here. This is where you can actually add a custom URL widget. So something that's not a preset in the app, you can actually paste the URL, like if you were using, say, OBS and using a browser source plugin. So you can put that in here and customize that. Now, as somebody asked me in a recent comment, is how do you add text? Well, here it is here, add text. Let's click that bottom one here. We can add normal text and dynamic text. Normal text is just, as it says, normal text. So I can write something in here. Let's put our channel name in there, and we can adjust the color, obviously, of the text by adding and removing colors. So if I drag the blue back, I'm taking blue away. So if I want just blue, I could technically just drag down the red and the green, and you can change the font here. So it says at the moment it's using Helvetica UA, and there's a sample of fonts that are available. Let's just go for something bold, like Helvetica Bold, and I can add. Now when we go back to the next screen, you'll see that obviously this box can be resized. So if I do that, now once you've added something, you can see it's here. So we can actually turn it on and off by using this button here. And if we do that and hit the pen over there, we can go back into the editing. Okay, the other thing we can do is add an image. So I can add an image from the Streamlabs library or something directly out of my camera roll on my device. So let's have a look and see what the Streamlabs library has. It has some like overlay functions, so you can just grab like a frame or a little pop-up thing. So you can actually customize it somewhat like a Streamlabs OBS style inclusions, but that's limited to just these frames and things here. So we might say if we want this frame here, I think we pick the frame. Yeah, the frame's there. So if we go out to there, we've got a frame there. We can frame a portion of the screen, or we can go out to the. So we can do the whole screen like that. Now it's not something that I'm going to use here, so I'm going to get rid of that just by tabbing that off right there. Okay, so at the moment, people are going to see my name there all the time. Now, if I had a logo, I could bring that in from my device. I don't know what I've got in my device roll here. Oop, not moments, camera roll. Okay, so I've picked this picture of a pug. So at the moment we've got my name, so that's going to stay there. The pug's going to stay there. I can go in, pop in and turn those on and off. I'd have to pop into the menu midstream to turn those on and off. We can see event list will always be on the screen. The chat box will always be on the screen right here, and then the alerts will just pop up in the middle of the screen here when something happens. Okay, that's what we got so far. So now we can come back out of that. We're on the live screen again. We can go back to the menu. And what we have here is alert profiles. Now, if your Streamlabs account was set up with multiple profiles, you can select it here. But in my case, I just have one default profile, so there's nothing different. Now, the interesting thing is, because the way I'm recording the screen on here, I don't have the option to actually go live, which is interesting. The go live button normally sits about here where my finger is, a little red go live button, and there's a couple of other things that are actually muted out on the screen at the moment, which in this gap right here is normally a microphone, so you can toggle your microphone on and off. So we don't have that option available to us either. So we're going to see if we've got an alternate way where I can just show you a couple more things, but let's just finally go through the menu here. You can see here under, we looked at the alert profiles just before. We're down to remote control. Now, I haven't covered the remote control. Now, this is all to do with, exclusively to do with Streamlabs OBS. So if you have Streamlabs OBS, which only runs on Windows, you can use the remote control. It's a bit like a control box or a Stream Deck style thing. I can't show how to use that because I run a Mac and I do not have Streamlabs OBS on a Windows machine to demonstrate how to do that. But if you want to go check out in the card right now, about here where my face is, you'll see that there will be an option to go and look at a video by Nick Nimmin about the remote control functions of Streamlabs Mobile, which is all to do with remote controlling Streamlabs OBS. And basically you go in there and it basically takes you through the setup process for that. But we're not going to do that because, as I said, I don't have Streamlabs OBS. Now you can see right now that I've got my phone here recording me. So now you can see right here, I'm going to use my real finger here. You can see the red button here. This red button is the button in question. That's the button to go live, and you can see the very hard to see because of the background. Let me move my head there. That doesn't help. There's a microphone button to turn the microphone on and off, which I'm just going to check real quick. You see it goes red when it's not working. Red. Now, when we want to go live, now this is going to show you the YouTube settings. There might be a variation in settings when we're talking about the settings. for Twitch and some of the other platforms, but YouTube has these options. Let's go live. Now we can go live and persistent stream to the main channel, other persistent stream. This is just going to go straight into into your default live stream settings in your live stream dashboard. There's active event, which means if you're already streaming and you want to go back into the same stream that you were before, then you jump on that. Say your stream dropped out, you want to jump back in, you go with active event. Upcoming event means to start up a scheduled event, which is something that you can also do here. But what we want to do is create an event, because we get more. This is how we totally customize something from the start. Create an event. We can give it a title. We can call it something. Okay. We can give it a description. So you can plug in any of your description things in here. You can go back obviously after the stream and fine-tune your description, but you can maybe just give some basic one paragraph instruction as to what you're doing on your stream. Now, as you can see, finally we can make it public, unlisted, or private. Now this one's going to be private because I don't want this to go live and I want people to come in, but this is just a basic idea to show you what happens. Go live. Now once I click create, we're going to go live. So here we go. Now you can see up here you get 720p, which is what I had it defaulting to, and I'm using my front-facing camera on my iPhone 8 Plus, so I think the limit is 1080p anyway. You can see the time that the stream's been going is in red here, ticking up, and we've got our message here, and then we've got an option down the bottom here to send message. That's like in the chat, and it is telling us how many frames per second we're going out at, and we're going out via Wi-Fi, of course. Now to end the stream, we can click the stop button right there. But here we are. Let me talk directly to you on the stream camera now. Hi, this is Doug. This is a test stream. We're doing a bit of another walkthrough of Streamlabs. We covered a little bit more detail so far how the overlays work. Now at the moment, because I had them turned off, the overlays aren't appearing. So let's just go into the settings here. You can see all the overlays are still set up, but I can now tell them I want to see all this stuff on the preview. I don't want to actually see the chat box, but I do want to see my name and my pug. Here we go. And actually now you can see, I can see the pug, I can see my name, Ducky's YT, and just coming up now up here behind some of the overlay stuff is some of my recent subscribers that are coming in regards to the event list. Obviously every time someone subscribes, it adds it in. Every time someone donates, does a super chat, it adds it in as well. So there we go. So we can see that everything's running. Alright, I'm into the widgets area. I'm going to go to the alert box option, because that's the alert box. We want the alerts that we set to pop up here to pop up. So let's go test. If I hit the test button, it should come up. Let's do a test donation. We should get a donation there. Now that's all. The layout of that is set by what I've previously set up on Streamlabs, on the Streamlabs website under my same YouTube account login. So if you're going to YouTube and you've logged into your YouTube account on the app, then you need to have the account correspondingly set up on the Streamlabs website. So if it was Twitch, it'd be the same thing. You need to be logged into your Twitch account, and it'll be using your Twitch alerts and not your YouTube alerts. So let's test a subscriber alert now. There we go. Let's test a super chat. Somebody has super chat me $46. That'd be pretty cool. If you ever catch any of my live streams, feel free to super chat. So there's a super chat. You can see the alerts are working. They pop up just in the middle of the screen where we placed that box earlier. Now if I went in, let's show how you say, if I'm saying hello to all my people, hello all. Now the one thing is that we didn't actually make it so the alert, you can see that it's highlighted red because I'm the streamer. In the settings here, I don't think we had the chat box turned on for what people are seeing, but as you can see it's turned off there. What you can see here is that now the people out there can see the chat, but for me, I get a personalized chat here, so I don't need to actually have that on to see what the overlay looks like. Well, you can see that's how it works, and you can adjust things on the fly by going into the menu. You can see we're still live streaming. It's still grabbing me and sending my business out to YouTube. You wouldn't see all the menus sliding like we're seeing here on the video. You would just see just the live stream continue. You might see things appear and disappear like when we turn things on and off. I'm going to turn off the pug. I'm going to leave my name on there, and you can see that it's gone there, but my name is still there. So that's the preview. I remember, as a streamer, you always see the preview on your screen, and you always have your own built-in comments, so you don't really need to see the comment preview as well, but there is an option to turn it on. I had it on one time, and I had both sets of comments on top of each other, and they were very unreadable. So if you have any more questions about the specifics of some of the overlays and stuff, and how Streamlabs Mobile works for streaming, then leave it in the comments below, and hopefully we can answer those questions. And if you have any more further trouble, or you want to look at some of the more of the FAQs and stuff, Streamlabs has some of that over on their FAQ site. If you Google it, you'll find it. Or go via streamlabs.com and then follow the prompts to the help pages, basically. We're going to finish this up now, so let's see what happens when the stream ends. It says, do you want to finish the event or keep it active? So I want to pause it and then come back in 10 minutes because I'm leaving to do something, and I'm going to come back and join people again. I could keep it active, but I'm going to finish. And that's pretty much done. You can go onto YouTube and check. You can see that would be in the background processing, but we need to end this now. This is Doug, and I'll throw it back to Doug.
Alright, so we're over on streamlabs.com, and I'll show you quickly where the widgets are. Now you can see it says widgets here, and then we can go in and play some stuff here, but I haven't actually logged in, so if I click on anything it's not going to do too much. So the first thing I want to do is log in, so I can go up here and go log in, or I can just go log in with whichever account I'm using. I'm using YouTube. Once you've logged in, you'll end up on the dashboard. This is the dashboard. You may not be sitting next to your computer when you're streaming, but you can come back and check this later. But to set up your widgets, you want to come down the left side here and go widgets, and what you have here is the widget gallery. Now the main ones that we were playing with are these colored ones at the top. Now we had an event list here, which is this one here. We had an alert box, which is the thing that was popping up in the middle, and we have the chat box. So I've already customized these so the way that I like them, but if you basically go in, you can see that, for example, you can go in and there's some presets here that you can pick from, or you can go down here and go for various themes. There's a theme. I'm using the one called Slick. You can see it's just grey and moves up, and any time anything happens, it adds to it. I have it set up. You can have what type of events are triggered with donations, subscribers, members, super chats, people who buy merch from Streamlabs merch while you're online. You can select the colors, background colors, fonts, how it animates when it comes in and out. Tell it to do different things, and basically save settings. Whatever settings you set up here will automatically come up on your Streamlabs mobile device. If you use, say, the event list over there, it's going to look like this over here as it comes through. So you can see that, for example, the event list here we've set up. We can also go back out to widgets and go to alert box, which shows us all the different things that we can set up. We have some nice presets there again across the top, or we can go with some where we can customize, and you can customize also for different events like donations, subscribers, members, super chats. So you can customize to have a different alert, have the wording different, because obviously the wording for a donation is different to a wording for a subscriber. I do have donations enabled, of course, and I've got that, you might have seen, or you will see, I've got the hand pointing with the finger, comes up in donations like, hey you. Not that that's the best picture, you can come up with your own. You can upload the pictures as well, various different things, and you can set up how the text and images are displayed in different formats as part of the alert. And so you can do different things for each one. So the subscriber one, you can see I have the picture there of the hand, so you can go in
and upload. You can go check if you're going to change media, for example. You can go in and upload your own images, but you can upload whichever picture you want to use for your alerts. So that's the alerts. So you get the gist. You can go and explore the options here. This is not a tutorial for how to set up widgets and alerts, but just showing you that this is where you got to go to do it. You can set up how your chat box look when it shows up. You can pick one of the presets again, or we've got this particular one that looks a little bit like the event list that does it in boxes. So as you can see, more customization, a lot of customization. You can make it look and feel however you like. And there was additional widgets. They're the three that we had up on the screen, but there was a donation goal. We've got a different other ones that are down here that aren't highlighted in color, but things like Stream Boss and a tip jar and a spinning wheel for picking prizes or picking winners, different things like that. An end credit scene, show you your view count on whatever platform you're streaming on. So there's a whole many options, and a lot of those you can see were also mirrored in Streamlabs Mobile. So if you choose that option, then you come over here and customize it to how you want it to look. That's basically how you do that.
Subscribe to Hewson YT for more tech for content creation.